Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farm Sim 25, and welcome back to our Take Over the Map challenge here on Survival 4X. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight we got a lot of work to do, as usual. But my buddy Shadow here, such a good boy. We're going to get him fed so that he's good to go. We are then going to go get our tractor. Now, the worker is already starting to cut the grass. We will have to cut all the grass today. But that's why we have workers. I don't have to worry about that. So while he's doing that, I need to go all the way up to the other side of the map and grab this Steiger, which I have already hooked up to the new plow. So let's get into it. Y'all know the deal, man. We got a lot of work today. So what I would like to get done today is all of the plowing, and I mean that. So let's just quickly remind you of how much plowing we're going to be getting into, if I can get it all done today. So first thing, we're going to plow this entire area right here in between these two roads. This road here, wherever it's at, this road right here is going to go away. But we're not worried about it right away because I don't want to connect these two fields until I get this planted. Once the AI is finished mowing this field and I'm finished planting this field, then we can go through and connect them much simpler. But then I'm not going to do this up here yet because, again, I don't know if I'm going to make that a field or if I'm going to have some sort of building or something up here. For the time being, it's just going to stay dormant. But this whole area over here is another area that I want to get done today if I can. So that is the two areas that we've got. We've got a lot of work to do. So let's fire up the old case. And let's get this party started. So it is going to take me a little bit of getting used to when it comes to trying to remember how to do articulated tractors. But I think we'll be okay. So let's go ahead, allow create fields, drop her down, and let's lay in the boundary. You can see she doesn't have the best transmission in the world. She is a bit of an older Steiger, but she will get the job done. She's got plenty of horsepower to pull this, and we did get the 12-meter plowed, so we're good in that sense. But the main thing to remember when we do this is that we don't want to connect the fields until we're done, because otherwise it'll screw everything up. It'll screw up my worker for mowing the grass. It'll screw me up when it comes to planting. So we want to just get it decently close, but leave enough room so that we can go through in a pass or two, get it planted, no trouble at all. But yeah, it's been a while since I've done an articulated tractor, so it will take a little bit of getting used to, especially when it comes to making full turns. But I think we'll be okay. But we got a lot of work to do today. And the fact that this plow allows us to do this at 12 miles an hour is a big deal as well. That makes this a lot easier. Because I know some of these big plows, they only let you go at like 9. And I know that there's an option to do this with a unrealistic 50-meter working width as well. I'm not going to worry about that at this time. But basically, we're going to come up and we're going to make our turn probably right in here for the time being. Wow, this thing turns on a dime and then dies. Now remember, we are leaving this road in, so we don't want to get too close to it. This is one of those county roads that we talked about, so we don't want to delete it. You can actually maneuver these things relatively, like, lightly. Like, you don't have to go full bore turning. You just have to be careful. I've got my steering sensitivity turned down quite a bit compared to what we used to do, just due to the fact of just having issues with just turning on a dime too fast. I like to be able to have fine motor controls, make small adjustments rather than giant little, big movements all the time. It is going to be interesting how we end up bringing these together, because there will always be that little shoot off that shows where the road was, because we didn't get rid of the trees down here. So I can only kind of make it to a certain spot. But you can see, if I just feather the joystick a little bit, I can turn this thing really smoothly instead of constantly like jerking back and forth. It just takes a little getting used to. If you've never driven an articulated tractor, they are very, very nice once you get used to them. But early on, I know it can be a little bit awkward to do like reversing and stuff like that. But once you get used to it, it really isn't so bad. That was a bit of an awkward turn. I was chatting and almost forgot to turn. It's all right. At the end of the day, this is going to be a big grass field, so it's not like it's going to be that big of a deal. But I do try to not make those turns like 90 degrees, because if I can get the AI to continue around the headlands without making a bunch of different adjustments, it just makes everything a little bit faster. But you can already see just how much ground we've already broken, and we're just getting started. Again, this will eventually be joined with the other field, but for now, I think we can just kind of turn right up in here. Almost goofed that up. Almost goofed that one up. Alright. On to pass number 2. Now the good thing is, like I said, with this wide of a working width, this actually is, especially this first area, shouldn't take that long. Just glad we've got this Steiger, because like I said, it just pulls for days. Even with the automatic gearbox screwing around, or the automatic gear shifting, since this was a manual, I guess. Just to remind you what the inside looks like. It's nice to be working with some big equipment, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the progression. I love starting with small stuff and working my way up. But when you've done a lot of the small stuff for a long time, being able to jump in something big and just get work done en masse is so nice.
Thought I had me a bargain, but out here in the wildlands, a bargain can bite back. Brought home that Steiger, fresh off the trail of shine. Red paint looking righteous, I thought the tractor was mine. But the moment I dropped that plow, ground started telling the truth. Rear tracks lifted in the air, and I felt nothing but proof. Got them Steiger scam blues way down in my bones. Paid good money for a nightmare and busted hoses and groans. Lost a handful of dollars, but lost a whole lot of pride when that plow sank down and that tractor damn near died. Tried every lever on that beast, every line I could trace, but the hydraulics kept on pushing like the devil set the pace. Front end low, back end high, tracks hanging in the wind. I stared at that broken monster like I'd been fooled again. Got them Steiger scam blues burning right through my day. Sold it off in frustration, lost more money on the way. But you gotta cut loose, dead weight, if you wanna survive out here. Sometimes the wildlands take your cash before they hand you to give. Then I saw her on the lot, glowing orange like the morning sun. UTB, four-wheel drive, sitting proud, second to none. 250 horses in her heart, ready to tear up this land. She said with every rumble, forget that Steiger friend. You're back in command. Like dawn breaking night, 6 meters of plow behind her, digging deep, strong and true. First field in the wildlands, finally breaking through. Yeah, the Steiger took my money and a little bit of my trust, but this UTB brought back my spirit, pulled me right out of the dust. Out here on the frontier, you learn fast and you learn true. Sometimes you buy heartbreak, sometimes the sunrise buys you.
All right. So we got all of the area that we wanted to get done. We're going to go over to the shed. We're going to grab our blue tractor, our New Holland. We're going to hook it up to the seeder. We're going to get him started on planting some grass over here while we start to work on the next area. Let's go ahead and move this right here. Shut her down. Save real quick. I don't know why it only shows like part of the row, but whatever. It'll fix itself eventually. What we want to do is come over here and grab our New Holland. And we want to grab our seeder. Now, I'm not too worried about the precision farming aspect of things right now, just due to the fact that, like, we got too much to do. If I was done with the plowing for today, then I could do that, but I'm just not worried about it. But we'll pull this thing out. We're going to head over, get some seeds, set this up for grass. And then we'll bring this thing over and start having it plant the grass field. All in all, that took about 45 minutes, so not too crazy. This next area is the thing that's going to kill us. It's going to take forever. But that's what we got to do. If farming was easy, everybody would do it. But yeah, we'll run right down the road here and then turn left and we'll go down to the field and let the worker get to work. Now the one thing I may have been forgetting, have I been fertilizing our barley fields? Because this thing doesn't do fertilizer normally, right? So in theory I have to run the fertilizer over it after I've planted, but I don't remember if I've ever done that. I can't think of it. But we're almost there. This thing moves a lot quicker than my Steiger does, but look how nice that looks. Now the thing is, we won't be able to plant this field that we're getting into until April. I mean, we could do a cover crop like oilseed radish or something like that, but I doubt that we do that. Alright, so we are going to set this up. 2 headlands, grass, get the party started. Meanwhile, we're going to get back to work. Just in case we hit a bump and end up dragging the thing, I don't want to cause issues. Alright, this should be a good spot to start on. So, let's get it going. Alright, so, just got everything loaded back on the truck. We're going to take this back home. The new area is officially planted, or not planted, but plowed. And we actually have a breakdown, so we'll have to figure out what's going on with that. Given the fact that this thing is still moving, I'm going to assume it's our mower that broke down. But we'll deal with that once we get this back to the shop. I do apologize. My throat's still a little bit messy from being sick this week, but starting to feel a little better finally. But this Steiger can only do like 18 miles an hour, so I want to use this thing to haul it back and forth as much as possible, save me some time. But We'll get this over to the area, and then we'll go figure out what's going on with our Chrome Big M mower. Didn't think it was close enough to being broke down, like to being where it could break down. It's got to be over 30% damaged in order to break down, I believe. But we will go ahead and detach the back. Actually, I forgot something. I need to unstrap. Now we detach. Alright. Before we go putting all that stuff away, let's go figure out where our Big M mower is. Seems to be okay. I'm not sure exactly what broke on it, but I'm assuming it's one of the mower PTOs or something. So we'll fold her up, we'll get it back over to the shop, and then we'll finish up this field ourselves. And then all we got to do is go through and knock out the rest of the picking everything up, wait for the AI to finish planting that field, then we can fertilize everything. There's a lot left to do, actually, now that I put it out like that. Yeah, we'll just run this thing. There's nothing planted on this field at the moment, so we're fine there. It doesn't get planted till September. But bring this over to the shop. Thankfully, the thing that broke on it isn't something stopping me from being able to drive it. $6,100. Yeah, that sounds like something broke. Good Lord. Not ideal. Might as well fill her up with fuel while we're here. She's always thirsty. We'll get over there, we'll knock out the rest of the mowing, and then we can jump on the tractor, get it picked up. Get all the grass put into the silos. Now, speaking of silos, probably ought to take a look at which silo needs to be filled. I would imagine the one silo's still empty and the other silo's still got a little bit in it, but we'll see. Yeah, because we put all that grass last episode into this one, so the level 2 silo is the one that needs most of the grass right now. That's perfectly fine. Alright, let's get this over to the field. Get back to mowing. We should be able to knock it out in no time flat. All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys I didn't cheat on that other field. If you're wondering how I got it done so fast, I went and bought the Lizard Colossus vineyard plow, or whatever you want to call it, the unrealistic one. Allows you to do the plowing at 50 meters. It's not the easiest thing in the world to use, but it does make those big jobs like that a lot easier. Obviously, you guys saw me plow the one whole field using the normal plow. I don't mind doing it, but if there's a way to go faster, I would like to get it done a little bit quicker. Obviously, I'm not showing you guys everything we do on the series, but I don't lie to you guys. I tell you guys exactly what I'm doing. Again, it's just in the name of efficiency, trying to get stuff done in a timely fashion. We had a 2.5 hour recording time on the last one, 2 to 2.5 hours, somewhere in that neighborhood. And this one is hour and a half currently. And we still got a lot of work to do. I hate that. Why is there a delay with the rear mowers? Just drop them. Am I the only one that thinks that? Like, I just hate that little delay. It's like when I lower the blade, lower the blades. That little programmed delay just drives me bonkers. Because it always misses a little bit when I try to go fast. Gotta go fast. You know what I didn't think about? I took my Steiger all the way back over there to get it put away already. We still got to connect these two fields. Big dummy. It's alright though. We've still got the Steiger on the trailer, so all we gotta do is strap it and then run it over here. It's not that big of a deal. It's crazy though how much work we still got to do. Because we still got to pick up all the grass, get it put into the silos, and then turn all the what do you call it? The fertilizer. We gotta fertilize all the grass fields. It is a lot of work, man. Ought to take a look at it real quick while we're doing it. Look at this. It's hard to even fit it all on the screen in the construction menu. We got to do it the old-fashioned way. We'll have to send up a drone, let you guys see it from aerial view. But if we've already got 2 million liters of grass in the one silo, we can put all this grass from today into the other silo. Shouldn't make too big of a deal. Hopefully they'll be done planting soon. They're not too far off. They're on the last like long one, and then they'll do the shorter ones, and then do the headlands, and then they're done. Yeah, I don't think it'll be too long. That being said, before we end up joining, because we can't, because we pretty much have to wait till they're done in order to join the fields. Unless we want to do it ourselves. Oh, they're a killer. But then we also have to leave and come back to get the precision farming to actually update so that we can purchase all the soil information. And the amount that it's going to cost me to purchase soil information today, because I've got to purchase it on every single one of our tiles, is going to be expensive. Like, I don't even want to think about it. That kind of expensive. We have $183,000 in the bank right now. We buy soil information for all of our properties. I'm going to say it's over $100,000 at this point. Be my guess. That would be my guess. Over $100,000 just in soil information. But that's part of the farming. Things are expensive. At least we only have to do that every couple of years. It's been a while since I bought soil information for these properties over here because I've been anticipating this expansion, and I didn't want to have to buy all the properties' soil information and then have to buy it again. But if I had to guess, I'd say it's a bunch of sandy loam and loamy sand again. That seems to be all we get. Occasionally we get a little bit of loam. Pretty much sandy loam and loamy sand everywhere. And of the two, obviously, loamy sand is better than sandy loam because you have more loam. Loam is what you want. Looks like the planting of the grass is doing pretty well. Dude, when this field's completed, like the amount of grass we're going to get off of just this field alone is going to be absurd. We're already getting over 1 million liters off of this grass here, and we're adding basically another third on top of that. So it would not shock me to see 1.5 million liters off this completed field. Maybe more. Maybe more. But we're almost done with the mowing. We'll get this thing taken back. We'll grab the other tractor, do the picking up, get that done. May not need to fertilize my grass fields. I think we fertilized last time. Oops. Forgot to pick up my blades. Eventually, we're going to have to start doubling up on equipment too, like having multiple mowers, multiple planters, multiple seeders. That's when things really start to get crazy. One last row. For all the marbles. All right. Beautiful. Let's get this thing all the way back over to the garage. Since we're already up here, we might as well drive over from here. This is all the grass mowing we needed to do today. And we'll grab the orange tractor, hook it up to the pickup wagon, go around picking up all the grass. It's nice that we have a little driveway everywhere, you know? It's easy to find where you need to go. But, for now, we can just put this thing in here. We'll have to wash it later. Somebody brought up a idea for a, like an automatic, like, machine wash plant or something. I don't know what that is about, but if you guys have used it and you guys want to see that, let me know. I'll try to find it in the mod list. We're already at 1,010 mods. What's an extra mod or two? But we'll go ahead and hook this up. I'll pick up the grass real quick. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Might as well fill up with silage additive while I'm here. Gonna have to get some more. Should be able to use all of this. Hopefully. And of course it pulls from the full pallet first. It's alright though. It'll use that a full pallet and then we should be able to use the other two small pallets. Beautiful. Alright. Alright, so we managed to get all the grass picked up. We still got to do fertilizing, and our worker's still not quite done planting over there yet, so while we go dump this in the silo, then we're going to pick up the Steiger, bring the Steiger back over so that we can connect the two fields and put them together. We'll plant that last little area once we do. But I think we're getting close. It's long. These episodes are getting longer and longer, man. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when we start getting into the rest of the map. I'm starting to think that I don't know if it's possible to take over this whole map right now. Like, sure, I can buy every tile, but to do the things that I want to do, which is to, like, make each section of the map its own. Wait, I think I'm supposed to go through there, wasn't I? Pretty sure I'm supposed to go through here. But yeah, so to make each section it's kind of its own, like we're not going to be farming the entire field, but we will be utilizing, or not farming the entire map, but utilizing each portion for its own things, you know what I mean? Some will be farmland, some will be, you know, different productions that we end up bringing in. But I'm excited. It's been a crazy beginning. But absolutely crushing it out here, man. Alright, let me go ahead and put this back in the shed over here. And I probably let's just check, see what our pH, or not pH, but nitrogen levels look like. I know the next time we cut in October, we're going to be liming. But yeah, you can see nitrogen is actually getting kind of low. But again, we haven't, and we need the new soil information before I go spreading too much nitrogen, I think. But we'll see. Go ahead and get this thing put away. I know this is normally... Eek! Dude, the way the cameras work indoors drives me crazy. There we go. Alright, let's hook up to the fertilizer spreader. We'll just let him fertilize to the normals. Should be fine. I don't know how much we're going to need, but should be okay. Let him get started on that. Then we are going to get jumping back into our international here. Hook it back up to our Steiger. And let's get this Steiger back over to where we need it. Only downside is now we're going to have a 12-meter wide connection. So we'll have to plan it, make a couple of passes. It'll be alright though. No biggie. But yeah, as slow as the Steiger is, you don't want to be running the Steiger back and forth. You want to transport it wherever you need to go. Speaking of which, I think we have arrived at our destination. You have arrived at your destination. Alright, let's get out of the way. Jump in the old Steiger. Crap! I did it again. I always forget to unstrap. Try that again, shall we? Alright. That should be plenty. Looks like our planter's almost done. I say almost done. Like, he's still taking his sweet time, isn't he? Hey, you're done. You're done. Be gone. Alright. What are you hooked on to? What are you doing? Would you do what I tell you to do, please? Oh my gosh. How are you too far away? Stop messing with me. Thank you. Get it done! Tired of messing around. Yeah, eventually I want to have a bigger seeder as well. But first things first, I want the big planter. Once we get the big planter, did you guys decide? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you guys think I should go for the Case big planter or the John Deere DB120? Both of them are massive. Obviously, the John Deere is the bigger one. I know you can get the Kinsey multi-fruit planter and have the ability to plant everything at 50 meters. We might get to that at some point, but I want to use the equipment first. I want to use like actual equipment first. If we need to get to that, we'll get to that. But I do want to try to use the like actual equipment and stuff first. I mean, that was a good turn and all, but you still missed a spot. And when you miss spots, you get weeds. A bit of a hole. Right. But man, it has been a doozy of an episode. A lot of work getting done. I can't wait to see how much money we make off that field too. That's going to be a decent sized soybean field. Assuming that we can make enough money to get the planter. But yeah, make sure you guys let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Which one should I get? Should I go for the big boy, the John Deere 120, DB120, or should I go for the case that's like 5 meters shorter working with? Because obviously it's going to get pulled by the case. But we are using so many different brands of tractors and stuff throughout this series. Like, I'm not doing an affinity series like we did with the Sharon Center, Ohio, where we turned it into a John Deere playthrough. Good news is we only have to plant this grass one time, and then this is the final expansion for this field. So this field is finally done after all this time. But we still have to connect them. Get up here to just about the corner, and then we'll call it. We'll go grab the Steiger and bring it up. All right, Steiger time. Beautiful. And we just pull this straight up the middle. Come on, downshift, you turd. There you go. Good Steiger. It's one of those times where I kind of wish I had kept the smaller plow as well, because then I could have used it to connect the fields. I wouldn't have as much to plant. That's all right. We'll live. Just a little extra work. A little extra work never hurt nobody. Actually, that's not true. I'm sure there is somebody out there where a little extra work costs them their lives. Alright, now let's try to make these two fields meet. Beautiful. One last spot, and then we can finish up the planting, hit the fertilizing on everything, and call it a day. Alright, let's get this back down to the truck. So now this should all register as one gigantic field. And there you have it. Absolutely gargantuan. And if we made 1.3 million liters off of that field, and this is about 2/3 of that, I'm thinking it's not out of the realm of possibility we end up with close to 2 million liters or more off of this field now, every single cut, which is insane. That is a lot of grass. This is why I have to transport this thing, because it takes forever to move. It's where having the modern Steiger would have been nice, but again, 600 horsepower for this thing on a, I want to say it was $86,000 chassis. It's kind of hard to beat. Sounds like they just finished up with their fertilizing. She's a bit twitchy. Alright. Wait, I gotta back up further. I always forget. Further than you think. Alright. Now we can get this up there. Turn her around and head home. There's our herd of goats up there. You can see them all huddled together. Oh, I did it again. There we go. Alright. Let's fill this thing up with fertilizer, because it's going to need it. And we'll just drive this over to the field. We won't start fertilizing just yet. Stop! Good Lord. We'll drive this over to the field, get us close. That way all we got to do is hit the button and get it started. I mean, I should be able to save, quit, and come back in order to get the precision soil information done. That's something. Let's do that real quick. We'll save, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that we're officially back, we should be able to go into precision farming and purchase all of our soil information and start crying. Place your bets now. How much do you guys think it's going to cost for 6 properties worth of soil information? You ready? First one, $14,900. Not that bad. Second one, $14,400. Okay. Third one, $12,600. Fourth one, $22,837. Yep, we're getting there. Fifth one, $13,125. And the sixth one, $31,237. And just like that, we just spent over $130,000. Something like that, wasn't it? I forget where we started, but we got $54,000 left after that. It's ridiculous, man. But we won't have to do it for a couple of years, so we'll be fine. We'll get this thing parked over here close by, then we'll go over into our blue tractor, finish planting, and then we'll be good to go. All right, where's my blue tractor? Also, oh, I guess it's on a bit of an incline. I was going to say, looked like we fell off the thing. Did I pick it up? Apparently I did. Thought I was putting it down. Honestly, this is one of those times where it's almost better to just do it by hand. try to keep it on point as best we can. Because ideally, I want to be able to do this in 2 passes. 1 down, 1 back. Only good thing about this is we don't have to ever have to plant it again. It's a one and done deal. Not gonna lie though, I dread thinking about how long it's gonna take to mow this grass field. It might be getting to that point where it's time to move to a 50-meter grass mower. Which we do have the option with the Lizard Colossus mod. Alright, let's hit this little area here. Sliver. All right, let's see if we can't get this thing right down the middle. So close. I think we're going to need a 3rd pass, unfortunately. All right. Dude, come on. Pull! For the love of God! Wonder how much of this struggle is because of my tires. Remember the last episode we kind of had an issue with we were getting low on tire wear. Man, it is struggling so hard. Just get up the hill. Now we just got to go back down. Going down should be easy. Finish the little spots that we missed. And yeah, this will be all the grass planted. Alright. Those last two little spots and we're done. Beautiful. Fold her up. Let's head home. And we'll get the AI to start spreading fertilizer on it while we go back to the shed with this thing. But man, what a great... Actually, let's take a look at it real quick. Let's do a little drone flyover, shall we? Look at that. So this is obviously the area we just added today. But, I mean, just look at that. See if we can get it all on screen. There it is. There is our little slice of heaven. Not too shabby. A lot of work. Alright, let's fly back over to our machine. Yeehaw! Just make sure that he's going to do it correctly. And we'll get the rest over to the house. Man, what a day. What an absolute day. Busy day. Got all the things done. Now all we got to do is save up the money for the big planter. You guys let me know which one you guys want. And then we'll be able to plant that other field in April of soybeans. And then these two fields over here that we've been getting barley off of. I don't know if I'm going to do barley next year. Maybe we do sorghum or wheat for flour. Because I'm thinking we could get into a flour mill soon. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, we haven't got there yet. And honestly, I think I'm just going to park this down on this end. Gives it plenty of room. Beautiful. For now, though, I think that's where we're going to call it a day. There's a lot of work to get done, but man, it's worth it in the end. The amount of work that we've been doing lately, it's definitely paying off. Let's get the Steiger off the truck. Bring this over here. Up our Steiger. I did forget about one thing, though. Let's go grab that Colossus plow off of the low boy. Should be able to pick it up with just the front. The reason I say I don't lie to you guys, because I know a lot of farm sim guys out there do. A lot of people will put down like the sell anything mod and sell to it knowing that it gives you a higher price every single time than anything that's on the map currently. And then on top of that, they also will play on easy economy and stuff, even though they say that they're on like a hard economy, start from scratch. It just ain't the way I do things. Like, I may use cheats, but I usually tell you guys what I'm doing. Like, if I'm gonna use a unrealistic anything to do anything, I'm gonna tell you that's what I'm doing. There's no reason to lie about it. I don't know why so many people do lie about it. But I do notice that a lot when I'm watching other people's YouTube channels. Because I do watch a lot of farm sim. Alright, we can take this up to the goats real quick, because I think we probably got some milk up there to load onto the trailer. Maybe not a ton of milk, but gotta have something. One thing I did want to check, though, is this a full pallet? It should be. It's not, though. So I got to be careful. So we are loading up like partial pallets of goat milk in here, which is not what I want. But it'll be fine. If that's the worst thing that's going to happen. Ooh, we got 60 goats now, too. See quite a bit of them running around out here. How we doing, goats? You guys doing good? You guys are doing just fine. Loving your little area up here. And I don't see any flying goats today, so there's that. Always a good thing. Love that we got a little guy out here wandering around. He's always so happy. Look at him. How can you not love goats? Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys want to continue to see more of this series. If you like what I'm doing, punch a like button. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you in the next video.